These are solutions to Calc 1, Exam 5. Number 1, f double prime is 8x plus 6x squared. So I integrate once. F prime of x is the integral of 8x plus 6x squared dx. 8x squared over 2 plus 6x cubed over 3 plus c1 comes out to be 4x squared plus 2x cubed plus c1. By the way, you can double check by differentiation. The derivative of this is 8x plus 6x squared plus nothing. And integrate one more time to get f. So integral of 4x squared plus 2x cubed plus c1 dx. That's 4x cubed over 3 plus 2x to the fourth over 4 plus c1x plus c2. Simplify 4/3 x cubed plus 1/2 x to the fourth plus c1x plus c2. Number 2, f double prime is sine x plus cosine x. So integrate once to get f prime of x. Integral of sine x plus cosine x. Integral of sine is negative cosine x. Integral of cosine is sine plus sine x plus c1. Then we're given that f prime of 0 is 4, which means if I plug in 0 here and here, I get 4. So 4 is negative cosine 0 plus sine 0 plus c1. Negative cosine of 0 is negative 1. Sine of 0 is 0 plus c1. Add 1 to both sides. C1 is 5. So f prime of x is negative cosine x plus sine x plus 5. Integrate one more time to find f of x. Integral of negative cosine x plus sine x plus 5 dx. Integral of negative cosine is negative sine. Integral of sine is negative cosine. Integral of 5 is 5x plus c2. Now you're given f of 0 is 3, which means if I plug in 0 here and here and here, I get 3. So 3 is negative sine 0 minus cosine 0 plus 5 times 0 plus c2. 3 is equal to negative sine of 0, 0. Negative cosine of 0 is negative 1. 5 times 0, 0 plus c2. So c2 is 4. So final answer, f of x is negative sine x minus cosine x plus 5x plus 4. Number 3. So if I want a lower estimate, the time interval is 0.5. So on each subinterval, the left endpoint would be the lowest value. So I would add up 0, 6.1, 9.7, 10.3, 14.5, 18.8, add them all up and multiply by 0.5. And that gives me 29.7 feet. For an upper estimate, I take the right endpoint. So 6.1, 9.7, 10.3, 14.5, 18.8, 20.4, add them up and multiply by 0.5. And that gives me 39.9 feet as my upper estimate. Number 4, so they tell me to go from 0 to 1, chop it into 4 pieces. So delta x is 1/4, 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, 1. We're asked to take midpoints. So the midpoints are 1/8, 3/8, 5/8, 7/8. These are what I'm plugging into the function, which is the sine function, right? So the integral is approximately 1/4 sine of 1/8 plus sine of 3/8 plus sine of 5/8 plus sine of 7/8. It's about 0.4609. That's the answer, but as a double check, the actual integral would be negative cosine of x from 0 to 1. So the opposite of cosine 1 minus cosine 0, that comes out to be 0.4597. So you can see it's pretty close. Number 5, use geometry, not anti-differentiation, although I am going to use anti-differentiation to double check. Okay, so f of x is 2x minus 4. It's linear. We're asked to go from negative 2 to 3. So I plug in negative 2, I get negative 8. So negative 2, negative 8. Plug in 3, I get 2. Okay, and where does it touch the x-axis? At x equals 2. So I have negative 2, negative 8, 2, 0, 3, 2. So this triangle, I call it A1, is 1/2 base times height. 1/2 4 times 8 is 16. A2, 1/2 base times height. 1/2 1 times 2 is 1. Okay, so the integral will be, this is under the x-axis, so negative 16 plus 1. So the final answer should be negative 15. Okay, so I need to see this, but as a double check for integration, if you integrate from negative 2 to 3 of 2x minus 4 dx, x squared minus 4x from negative 2 to 3, plug in 3, you get 9 minus 12, minus plug in 2, you get 4 plus 8. So that's negative 3 minus 12, which is also negative 15. Number 6. So this is fundamental theorem of calculus part 1. You've got constant on the top, variable expression on the bottom. That's backwards. So switch them around. Negative integral from 4 to 1 over x, which is x at negative 1, arctangent t dt. So f prime of x, you just plug in x at negative 1 or 1 over x right here. So negative arctan 1 over x. And then by the chain root times derivative x at -1, which is negative x at -2. Double negative, so make that a positive, make that as x squared on the bottom. So best final answer is arc10 x, arc10 1 over x squared is a derivative of that. Number 7, divide through x squared divided by x is x. 5x to the 1/2 divided by x is x at -1/2. So that's going to be x squared over 2 minus 5 power root x to the 1/2 divided by 1/2. Dividing by 1/2 means multiplying by 2. So 1/2 x squared minus 10 radical x plus c. Number 8, fundamental theorem of calculus part 2, straightforward. So just integrate 6x cubed over 3 minus 3x squared over 2 plus 7x from -1 to 2. That's the same as 2x cubed minus 3/2 x squared plus 2x from -1 to 2. Plug in 2. 2 times 8 is 16. Minus plug in 2, 3/2 times 4. That's going to be 6. Plus 2 times 2 is 4. Minus plug in -1. -1 cubed is -1 times 2 is -2. -1 squared is 1 times the -3/2. -3/2, and then -2. So that gives me 14, and then I distribute here plus 2 minus 3/2 plus 2. Work it out, you get 16.5 or 33 over 2. Number 9, integral of 3 cosine theta is 3 sine theta. Integral of -4 sine theta is +4 cosine theta from 0 to pi. Plug in pi, 3 sine pi plus 4 cosine pi. Plug in 0 minus 3 sine 0 plus 4 cosine 0. Sine of pi is 0. Sine of 0 is 0. Cosine of pi is -1 times 4 is -4. Cosine of 0 is 1 times 4 is 4. So I have -4 minus 4, -8. Number 10, break this into secant cubed x times secant x tangent x, because I know the derivative of secant x is secant x tangent x. So let u be secant x, du is secant x tangent x dx. This will change to u cubed. All of this is du. So that's u to the 4th over 4 plus c, and change u back to what it was, secant. So 1/4 secant to the 4th x plus c. When you get to Calc 2, in Calc 2, you'll be doing a lot of things like this. Lots of problems involving integration. All right, so that was exam 5 for Calc 1.